Hey there, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to discuss the recent drama surrounding MrBeast and his colleague, Chris Tyson. If you're a fan of MrBeast, this is a video you don't want to miss. So, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. Chris Tyson's situation could become a complete disaster for MrBeast's brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits. In this video, we'll go over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the MrBeast channel. Let's dive into it. The drama surrounding Chris Tyson's feminization. In mid-2022, fans began to notice that Chris Tyson was changing. In the early days, he represented the quintessential southern gun and truck-loving dude. Yet, beginning in March 2022, Chris began to display increasingly feminine traits, making tweets such as, "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." Additionally, Chris would highlight that his facial appearance had changed significantly since the start of the pandemic, which accompanied another post reading, "Okay, so in 4 different customs, I had to prove I was myself because I, quote, look nothing like my passport pic so much that I'm considering updating my passport. Do you see any resemblance?" Prompting replies such as that, "You went from man to boy." Chris's transformation after his marriage came to an end. The true catalyst for Chris Tyson's feminization seemed to have come from his marriage. In January 2022, Chris would post a photo with his wife to his Instagram. Yet, after this, the family photo stopped together. Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very first post in which he'd painted his nails. Chris confirmed the split in a post from March 2023, reading, "For a little over a year now, I and Katie have been separated. This also confirms that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end." Chris Tyson's HRT treatment. Chris announced that he'd been doing hormone replacement therapy for approximately 2 months. This is the medical process for changing genders. Chris would expand on this by stating, "Informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles gender non-conforming people have to jump through to get life-saving gender-affirming healthcare in a first-world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies." This received a positive response from both Carl and MrBeast, who wrote, "Got you, I did one more heart than Carl because I'm a better friend." While his co-workers expressed positivity, others weren't so welcoming. Backlash on social media. Chris received a significant amount of backlash on social media, with comments such as, "You ripped apart your family and took a father figure away from your son just so you could paint your nails and act zesty pathetic. He will get torn apart at school, won't want to have friends around his house, a life full of difference and being alone." Yet, Chris reiterated his certainty in a new post reading, "It's never too late to start being yourself," which received praise from MrBeast, as well as Nolan and Carl. The impact on MrBeast's channel. The situation has already begun to change the dynamic within the videos. For example, in a recent live stream titled "Opening 1,000 Mystery Art Boxes," Chris would once again dress in quite a feminine way. While everybody participated as usual, the energy and vibe didn't feel nearly as smooth as it normally does. It felt as though there was an unaddressed elephant in the room, and therefore everybody was in their head as opposed to being in the present moment enjoying each other's company. Chris likely believes that people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time, but is this really going to happen? The potential impact on MrBeast's audience. If Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits that made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite will happen, and he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current MrBeast audience. This was put forward in many comments supportive of Chris, who implied that there will be millions of queer kids who look up to him, although this doesn't necessarily mean that it'll add any value to the videos. MrBeast has likely cultivated a massive LGBT audience, all of whom are already watching anyway. And if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended and is often nothing more than a distraction from the premise of the movie or video. The lose-lose situation for MrBeast. MrBeast is in an inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, he'll be cancelled. If he doesn't, his channel will die for real. This situation is probably the last thing that MrBeast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position, as he has no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy. It's a lose-lose situation for MrBeast. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of Chris's transition. A silent, or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious, severe repercussion. However, in accepting Chris's transition, Jimmy implies that this will be the new normal within the content, thus annoying a different group of people, many of whom will never express their true feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos. Conclusion. In conclusion, the drama surrounding Chris Tyson and his feminization has put MrBeast in a challenging situation. Chris's transformation has sparked both backlash and support, with some believing that it could have a positive impact on the LGBT community. However, MrBeast is in a lose-lose situation with no easy way out. The situation could create an otherworldly amount of discussion, which could be seen as a benefit for the MrBeast brand. Still, it could also jeopardize the very personality traits that made Chris a successful member in the first place. Only time will tell how this will impact MrBeast's channel, but it's a situation that's undoubtedly challenging for all involved. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more updates.